where are you living at now?
I live in Southern California, close to San Diego.
Oh, okay. Because I noticed that. I'm actually from Escondido. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, absolutely. You're LA. It's more LA boy. No, Escondido is that Oceanside area. Where is that?
Yeah, yeah. That's like Oceanside. Actually, my mother lives in Oceanside.
Okay, yeah. My mother-in-law lives out there in Fallbrook, off the 76.
Oh, wow, nice. Yeah. No, I live in Los Angeles now, but I grew up in like Escondido, Oceanside area.
Yeah, no, I'm a Southern California boy. You know, I was born in El Paso, Texas, and that's where we kind of where the Guerreros are all from. But back in the 70s, my dad started wrestling in LA for Mike LaBelle at the Olympic Auditorium. We moved here, and I grew up in Huntington Beach.
Oh, wow, nice. So, California your whole life?
Yeah, basically my whole life since I was 5 years old.
Wow. And at what age did you realize you wanted, that you were going to be a wrestler, actually? Because I know you come from a legendary family.
Right. My whole life, really that's all I wanted to do. We grew up with a wrestling ring in the backyard, literally. So it was just every day we were in the ring and playing in the ring, and it was just kind of part of it. And if you look at my sixth grade yearbook, it says, "What do you want to be? Professional wrestler." So I always wanted to be it until I really thought that was the direction I went. Was probably maybe in my late teens, early 20s. That's when I decided that I was gonna give up everything and then go for it.
Okay. And how much pressure was there for you as a kid, though, to become a wrestler?
You know what? They didn't put pressure on us. It wasn't like, hey, this is what you're gonna do. It was like, it was our life, and it was just around all the time. So if you want to do it, then great. Then my family would help you. But it was never like, okay, this is good, what you're going to do. It was never forced upon us. And it didn't have to be. It was just, we lived wrestling. We lived, breathed, slept wrestling our whole life. As kids, they enroll us in amateur wrestling, and, so that we had a basis of actual, the high school collegiate style wrestling, and that was, really, that was the direction they put us in. But as far as pushing it upon us, it really wasn't.
Oh, okay. Well, it was just something that was normal or natural for you, right?
It was normal. It just was, people, I've told other people in other interviews the same thing, to where people ask me, what was it like to grow up, with all these wrestlers around, and, seeing Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan as kids, and it was just like natural. It wasn't different. It wasn't strange to us because we'd grown up our whole lives. We just thought that's just the way it was. In fact, like my kids, they're playing video games, and they're playing me on the video game, and they'll look at their friends and say, "Hey, is your dad on here too?" And their friends are like, "No." They're not. Well, why not? And for them, it's natural. It's just they think that all the kids' dads are on a video game.
Wow, that's so funny. And tell us about traveling. How has that been for you? I mean, have you been traveling your whole life? And
oh yeah, for sure. You know what? Even before I was a pro wrestler, we traveled with my dad, and back then, in his day, you had to, they were constantly on the road too, but they never came home because of the different territories there. At least I'm home, maybe every week, every other couple weeks. So for 18 years, I've been on the road probably 280 in a year plus. So I'm on the road so much that I don't ever unpack my suitcase. I'll take I'll put it to the side, and take the dirty clothes out and stuff, but really it's never unpacked and put away, ever.
Wow. But it must be exciting though, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. You get good experience on the road that you won't get anywhere else. And you get that star celebrity treatment a lot of times. So it's definitely, it's hard. because you're constantly on the road and with your family, but at the same time, you get a lot of perks also.
Oh, absolutely. I can imagine.
Yeah.
And how is it being with the TNA now?
You know what, being with them, it's kind of really great. I've been with them for about 8 months, and they're treating me very well and giving me the opportunity to shine. And it's kind of neat. You're the new kid on the block again with these guys, So it's kind of neat. It's cool.
Cool. And tell us about your fans. Have you had loyal fans that have followed you through all the different
exits? Absolutely. That's with being a Guerrero, and having the history of coming from a wrestling family. People already they're associated with you and they follow you. So I'll go to different countries and I'll be in Spain eating, paella somewhere, and all of a sudden, I'll have 10 people start recognizing you, and it's kind of cool, because I have been on TV for so long. I've been on TV for 18 years. People remember you and they see you, and they'll come up to me and say, I used to watch your grandfather, or I used to watch your father, now I see you, and it's kind of, it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing for people to relate to you, about that. But at the same time, it's hard too, because people to live up to. You have, I come from this, pretty damn good wrestlers in the wrestling business and in this family that, you can't just go out there and just be mediocre. You have to live up to the standards, and you have to be up to the Guerrero standards, which is, we expect, extra excellence from ourselves.
Wow. Okay. Now, do you have any crazy fan stories?
Oh, God, I probably got 10 million of them. PG ones, I don't have no PG stories. You know what? You get just different ones where people will come up to you and, ask for your autograph. And I remember one girl was shaking and crying so much that she actually, got to meet me. And I was like, go, come here. I'm just a normal guy. Look, I'm just a normal one. Yes, I'm on TV, but that's my job. And look, sit down. I had a little conversation with her, and she was like, oh my God, I didn't know what to think. Sometimes on TV you're a bad guy, and you're so mean, and sometimes you're a good guy, and you're nice. I go, just that's my job. I go, that's me, like a over-exaggerating version of myself on TV. Just a normal person that just, enjoys to be treated like a normal human being. So,
wow.
You get people that come up to you like that, freak out when they meet you, or, sometimes it goes the other way too, where they, I'm a bad guy on TV, and they'll come up to you, they're yelling at you and screaming at you, and they think that that's your actual character, that's the way you actually are. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, it's just me on TV, It'd be like going up to, Robert De Niro, or Al Pacino from Scarface, and, yelling at him because he was Don Vito or whatever,
Wow.
Or Don Corleone, even going off on him and saying, hey, that's the way you were doing, you're from the mafia and stuff, and it's just a role that he's playing, and like on TV, it's a role that I'm playing, and it's like I say, an over-exaggerated version of myself.
Wow, sounds interesting. I mean, you must lead a completely different life than a lot of people.
Oh, for sure. A lot of my friends that are just, my normal friends, they freak out because there's some of the stories you can't even tell them, because it's just so far from reality for them. I'll be somewhere and, Kid Rock will be there and, we'll have a beer together or whatever. And it's like, hey, man, okay, hey, Chavo, see you later, okay, great. If I come home and tell my friends, yeah, hey, I had a beer with Kid Rock last night. They're like, what do you mean? Well, man, we're in the same restaurant, and, you saw me, you come say, hey, and so we had a beer together. They can't grasp me, like, what do you mean? You just had a beer with him? So, yeah. He was a wrestling fan. He said, hey, Chavo, and I said, hey, what's up? Kid Rock? And so people freak out.
Wow. So, what about any stalkers?
You know what? Thank God I haven't had too many. What you do get is that you're on, social media now, and that's kind of the way the world is going. That fans brand kind of can get accessible to you. So, you're going to have the people that, will, message you on Twitter or Facebook and freak out on you, whether it be good or bad. And you're going to have those people no matter what. But as far as stalking, no, nothing, which is good.
Okay, that sounds good. And
yeah.
Tell us about the event March 10th coming up.
Well, March 10th is one of our big, huge pay-per-views called Lockdown. And what's cool about that is that there's a lot of matches that are in cage matches, so we call it Lockdown. And you see some really cool performers out there, some of the best at the business doing what they do, and that's putting on, a great show. And that's March 10th in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome. So check it out, because it's going to be way to blow the roof off.
Cool. And do you guys always go on tour, or is it just on TV? Can people see you live, though?
No, yeah, you can see us live, actually, this weekend. You can see me live in Dodge City, Kansas, on Friday, and on Saturday I'll be in Salinas, Kansas. So usually about once or twice a week, we're actually at a live show.
Okay, cool. And where can your fans find you online? Like Twitter, Facebook?
Go online, yeah, go to Twitter at Mex Warrior, MEX Warrior, like Mexican Warrior. That's on Twitter, and at Facebook you find me at The Real Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Cool. ¿Y tienes unas últimas palabras para tus fans de habla español?
Sí, siempre apoyar a la familia Guerrero, y también viva la raza. Yeah, that's it, man. Thank you very much for always supporting the Guerrero family.
Okay, thank you so much for the interview. Bye.
Thank you. You're the greatest. Thank you.